Good evening and welcome to a unique edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Our local repeater has had an upset. Somebody had an open mic this afternoon. It caused the repeater to go to a timeout and it has not yet recovered. So we'll be picking up the net in Simplex. So we'll be starting that. Oh, right now it is 7 o'clock. So let's get this thing going here. Attention all stations, this is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. For your information, the ZOE repeater is currently down. I'm coming to you on the output frequency in Simplex 443.075. We're looking forward to having some check-ins for the net tonight. This would be the Sunday night Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, the March 23rd edition. I am streaming on YouTube. Just look up my call sign, VA3IMW, and scroll down until you find that big red live button. That's where we are tonight. We've got 2 watchers right now and looking for some more activity there. Anyways, for our RF check-ins, just want to warn everybody that they'll need to turn off the duplex, turn off the 5 megahertz offset, and come to me on 443.075 instead of the 448.075 as usual. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. I take a quick standby for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations. All right, no time-sensitive mobiles or priority traffic stations. So let's open it up to anybody everywhere. And let's see. Come on in. And I don't have my squelch wide open right now, but for most of our normal folks that check in with us, I can hear most everybody. So looking forward to the folks that come in and say hello. VA3IMW, anybody, anywhere. If you got a call sign, and hopefully a resonant antenna, I'm listening. VA3CJZ, number 1 with a bullet, solid S9 on Simplex. And I'll bet you do just as well on the sideband net tonight. As I was saying, I was driving home from the grocery shop this afternoon, and I heard a dead carrier on the ZOE repeater, and it finally timed out, and it's gone down ever since then. So I'm assuming that whatever fringe station left an open mic is probably still transmitting and cooking their finals as we speak. I think this harks back to another unfortunate incident. Anyways, Chuck, you're sounding mighty fine. What was up today?
All right, evening, Mac, and all on net. Excuse me. You're also actually you're solid 10 up here or down here, and good job. And I'm not sure if the repeater was down. I was seeing full strength signal over here. And then just recently, it looks like the signal went away. But for the most part, I've been getting it all day. Does the repeater have a timeout? Because I don't know why. What did it just keep timing out and then coming back on again? Is that what happened?
No, when it went down, it stayed down. So there was a dead carrier. I came out of the grocery store. I stowed my goods. I started up the truck, turned the radio on, and I could hear ZOE was alive and kicking. And Huey was in the background trying to get over top of the station that was holding the repeater open. Of course, it doesn't do any good to tell somebody to unkey, because with their mic keyed up, they can't hear you. So it was during that foray that the repeater went down, and it hasn't resurfaced since then. So I'm not sure. You can always check on 448.075 and see if you have a signal in your neighborhood. I've checked up here, and I don't have anything that I can hear.
Okay, well, that means that that signal was coming around in my area somewhere, because I was getting full strength signal. And 2 minutes before the net, it stopped doing it. And every now and then you'll get somebody keying up the mic really quick, but that's it. Yeah, I don't know if it was done on purpose, but I was curious for sure. Anyways, I won't hold it back. Not much of a radio day for me today. Actually didn't do much, but watch a movie. Anyways, and so I'll send it back to you and see who else is out there.
All right. And again, for everybody who's going to check in with us tonight, you need to turn off your duplex. You're going to have to come in on the repeater output frequency of 443.075 in simplex. So turn off the 5 megahertz offset. This is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. Let's see. We've got VE3LBI on the web, as well as VE3KDT. So adding you guys both to the log as well, just in case you're not going to be poking in and saying hi on RF. Anybody anywhere, come on in, say hello. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey is standing by in simplex. Okay, I got VE3GNP, and somebody doubled the doubling station. What's your call?
LBI, VE3 LBI.
All right, thanks, Larry. We'll take them in that order. VE3GNP, VA3IMW, good evening, sir. How are you doing, and how's Dave and all the situations there?
Hey, we're doing good. Dave's upstairs. Dave lives upstairs. I live downstairs. We live in the same house. But yeah, he's upstairs. We didn't make it to the Florida event on Sunday. He wasn't up to.
Yeah, understood. Larry sent me a message, so I trust all is as well as can be there. So good intentions overall. It was chilly, I'll tell you. The wind, when the sunshine was out, it was nice, but the wind was cool. I'm glad I brought my rain jacket, because if nothing else, it kept the wind from cutting through the layers. But that was a cool day. We all had a cool time. And again, it was a very good group outing. Chris, VA3WPG, set up his gear. And we had a Pac-12 antenna, a wire antenna. Wade set up his experimental antenna. We put that to the test. And Noel brought out his vertical... I'm not even sure what it is, but vertical HF all-band antenna. So we had lots of gear. We tried a little bit of a live stream, but I've got to do some work with my webcam. But overall, 12 active participants plus the club call. So Vanya was the only guy that was a little late to the party and had to leave early, but we still got enough check-ins for him while he was there. For complete activation. So everybody's got their logs in, and we all had a good old time, and looking forward to the summertime. Sounds like the first day of summer is also going to be on the weekend. Back to you, Garnett.
Yeah, it's good, Mac. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time to Sunday. I couldn't make it. We had some issues, but it was good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Absolutely. Yep, and I trust all is going well with Dave. That I don't need to pry into any of the details. Thanks for coming and checking in. And anything else before we go and say hi to Larry?
Oh, that's good, Mac. Thanks for being there on that VE3GNP.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Keep up the good work there, Garnett. You're anywhere between 10 and 15 over S9 up here in the mountain. Who needs a repeater anyways? Hi. We all do. We certainly, we all miss the ZOE when she's sick and ailing, but I'm sure she'll come back to life. VE3LBI, VA3IMW. Go ahead, Larry.
Yep, just a quick check-in for you, Mac. Nothing really to report. We had the grandson here this morning for about an hour, a little bit more, I guess, maybe an hour and a half. The kids had to do something else, so quiet day. Didn't really do too much anything. As a matter of fact, I just put the radio on. Probably about I don't know, not even, probably about quarter to 7. I put the radio on just to see what was going on. Haven't had either radio on, the HF or this one. IQL.
Oh, stand by, Larry. Let's bring in Terry. That's a poet here. VE3IQL, VA3IMW. Good evening, Terry.
Hey, good evening, guys. Sorry to butt in, but repeat must have timed out, and it may be off for a while, but it should come back on. If not, I'll get up in the morning and see what's going on up there and smarten it up. I'll slap it around just a bit, but yeah, I didn't turn it off. It must have just timed out. It should come back on. I'll let you guys carry on. CE3IQL. Sorry to interrupt, Larry. Back to you, Mac.
Well, certainly appreciate your check-in, Larry. Terry, as a matter of fact, it timed out around 3:15 this afternoon. So it's been down for quite a while. And I think Chuck said he's still seeing a constant signal from his area on 448075. So perhaps something is still going on. But if somebody's got an open mic, they're going to cook their radio, and the situation is probably going to solve itself. Thanks again for the fine equipment. It's just human error that gets in the way once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not going to hurt the repeater, that's for sure. Built like a tank. Anyway, I'll let you guys carry on. Now, obviously, I haven't checked in this afternoon, but if it doesn't come back on, I'll get up there in the morning and see what's going on. Should be okay, though. The E3IQL. You guys carry on. Thanks.
Thanks again, Terry. And sorry, you missed out on an opportunity for a group activation. We were out at Salt Fleet Park on Saturday afternoon. Actually, I forgot to send you an email and let you know what was going on. Anyways, I'll make sure that the summer solstice activation is more widely advertised. Thanks again, Terry. Back to you, Larry, VE3LBI.
Oh, yeah, wait for the repeater to drop. Okay, it's not going to drop. It's not active. I didn't hear Terry too much. What was his relay? I'm sorry, can you relay a bit of it? What happened?
Well, he said he hasn't really been on, and he's going to double check how things are looking tomorrow morning. And if repeater's still being a little bit shy, he'll go and slap it around and wake it up. So we'll see. But obviously, if Charles is still hearing a carrier coming out on that input frequency, then maybe we have to wait for somebody's radio to burn up before the system comes back online. Anyways, again, great turnout yesterday. Thanks for your help with cleaning up the logs for everybody. We got everybody in, and what a super group. Actually, I made a HF contact with another fellow after our group activation from when I got home. And I got an email back from this guy saying that somebody by the name of Richard David apparently used to hold the VE3 HPO call sign, and he wanted to know a little bit more about the Hamilton POTA operators group and what kind of activities we were involved in. So that was kind of a touching remembrance of Richard David, apparently who was the previous holder of VE3 HPO call sign. So I'm sure he's proud of what we're doing here, promoting the hobby and making sure everybody is aware of what's going on. Strangely enough, one of the education opportunities we had yesterday was a police officer there was two cruisers that were in the lot when we were setting up, and as they left, it was interesting to see that one of the guys stopped to talk to us, and I had an opportunity to share what ham operators really are all about. And he said he had no knowledge of amateur radio, and the other guy in the other cruiser kind of chuckled at him. He says, "Yeah, that's ham radio. These guys are out here all the time." So a great education process. I'm hearing something is going on with the ZOE repeater, and I'm not sure, but let's give that a try. So please stand by. Nope. The repeater's still down, so we are going to carry on. Anything else, Larry?
No, that was interesting about the officers being in there, so quite interesting. Yeah, I guess there's probably a rest spot there too for them. Well, Tim Hortons is too far away, and it's out of the way that nobody can really find them, so good spot for them to park for a little bit.
Yeah, and it has a Johnny on the spot. Anyways, so yes, community education, that's what we're all about. Let's see. Let's make another call. Let's see who else wants to try on RF. Let's see lots of activity in the chat there. VA3IMW, standing by.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango. Victor Echo 3, Mexico, Quebec. Victor Echo 3, Zulu, Juliet, Charlie.
All right, there's 3 heard from. There's 2 Alberts, a Tom, and a Jason. So 2 Alberts, good evening.
2, I'm assuming talking to me. Good evening, Mac, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, looks like the ZOE is down. Interesting. What'd you do?
Like I told Tom, it's not my way. If I time it out, I eventually unkey and it comes back to life. No, this happened around 3:15. I heard it. I was monitoring the frequency on the way home from groceries when it happened. So, and it hasn't come back up since then. So Terry's going to look at it tomorrow morning and see what happened. Chuck is still hearing a full strength signal in his neck of the woods on 448.075, which means somebody's hit a switch on the radio and is inadvertently burning up their finals. So I feel bad for the radio, and accidents happen.
Okay, I didn't notice any signal before I went and took off the plus there, but interesting. Okay, I'm getting you at 30, so no issues here between us. Other than that, just a general check-in for the evening here. VA3BT, we'll let you pick up the rest there.
All right, very good. And just a reminder, we're going to do the same thing all over again at 8 o'clock, 446.125 upper sideband. And then we're going to move over to 2 meters and play there for a few minutes. 146.400. I think that's the right frequency. Anyway, so we'll make sure that we do what we do. And thanks for your check-in. Let's go to Tom. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mac. Why are you going to 146,400?
146,400 upper sideband.
Yeah, you're kind of high.
I don't feel high.
144 or 200 is the calling frequency, so I don't know why you're up so high on frequency.
Yeah, it's because of all of us lazy hams. We bought commercially marketed antennas that are geared towards the FM area of the band. So we're just briefly intruding on the other part of the band plan so that we stay resonant with our mighty fine junk antennas.
Mighty fine junk antennas. Okay. All right. Well, good to hear everybody in here. It took me a minute to remember how to take the plus off by radio, but it worked.
Yeah, it's working just fine, Tom. You're an S9 up the hill to me. Good job. And yeah, it keeps us on our toes when minor catastrophes happen once in a while. It wakes us up and reminds us how to use the other features on our radio. Certainly appreciate the check-in tonight. And anything else before we move over to Jason?
Yeah, not a problem. And I'm not hearing what Chuck is, and I'm not too far from Chuck, so I'm not hearing nothing at my end. It's quiet.
All righty. Well, eventually, wherever that signal is coming from, that radio is going to heat up and self-destruct, and then the situation repairs itself. Thanks again, Tom, for your check-in. Let's go to Jason, VE3ZJC.
Hang on 1 minute. I got a comment to make.
Oh, back to you, Tom.
Yeah, just in case anybody is curious to know, VA3IMW, all radios, what have you, gone. His house caught fire a couple of weeks ago, so him, the daughter idiot, the kid, and her boyfriend are all in a motel.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And they just poured in a whole ton of money on refurbishing the house. That's devastating.
Yeah, the backsted caught fire or whatever. Probably Vic's wiring job, but yeah. So they're all in a motel now.
All righty. Well, as usual, if we find that any one of our ham radio community needs anything, let us know. Yeah, keep us informed there, Tom. And if there's anything that we can do as a group, then we'd certainly take up that opportunity.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, I have his phone number, so whenever he don't have his phone, he calls me. So, okay, VE3MQ.
All right. And just for any stations that didn't hear Tom, one of our old friends, VE3 Victor Oscar VMO, Victor Mike Oscar, the good old timer. Apparently his house caught fire and burned down, and him and his extended family are currently shacked up in a hotel, awaiting further stuff. So we'll stay in touch with Tom, and any other details, I'm sure that our amateur community will pull together and do whatever's necessary for him. All right, let's go to Jason, VE3ZJC.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody else on the simplex frequency. Thanks for picking this one up. It took me a couple of seconds to realize that ZOE was down, and I was trying to throw out the normal on the repeater start of the net, and heard you and had to listen to you to figure out what the heck was going on. So thanks for being on top of it and picking this one up. I do appreciate it. And my thoughts are with Vic and the Sam on all of the stuff that they're going through. Nothing overly exciting for me. I do have the second side of this radio tuned to the input on ZOE, and over at my QTH 448075 is pegged full scale for whatever that's worth.
All right. I wonder if it's the same guy that has flicked the wrong switch. Because the last time this happened, he actually burned up the finals on that radio. Yeah, and it wasn't intentional. I talked to him about it. Yeah, it's not going to go away until that radio silences itself. Anyways, no problem. We are resilient. We're not only Canadians, but we're also cheap. So ham radios will find a way to make things work and spend as little money as possible. Also, thank you again for your participation in yesterday's event. Looking forward to summer.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks for organizing that, Mac. Thanks to Larry if you're still listening for the edited log file. Saved me 30 seconds of work that's been uploaded. You did get flagged as junk mail, my friend, but we got that sorted out. It won't happen again. And I'm definitely looking forward to summer. And if anybody needs to spray paint or rubber paint any of their cables bright fluorescent yellow so that they're not a tripping safety hazard out in the field, let me know, because I got 4 cans of the stuff that were on clearance at the Red Triangle store
Okay, very good. Very good indeed. Yeah. Yeah, it's either red or orange electrical tape wound around your coax or using cones. I know that Pierre would probably attest to people being stupid enough to run past the cones without any regard whatsoever. Anyways, it was a good afternoon for radio. Band conditions really crappy. Really, 20 meters just sucked. There was nobody on 40 meters. It was nice to make some contacts on 10, 15, and 17 as well. So thanks again for everybody showing up yesterday. This is Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. Plenty of time for everybody anywhere. If you can hear me, I want to hear you. Stand by for check-ins.
VA3 portable.
VA3 portable, loud and clear. Come on in.
Oh, very good. We're in the window with the bullpen here. Yeah, just checking in there, Mac. Yeah, too bad there. The repeater's disabled at the moment, but these things happen. So hopefully it gets turned back on again. And yeah, I just heard Tom saying about Vic. That's too bad. Terrible thing. But this is life. These things happen, and we get past them. But anyhow, that's all I got there, Mac. All my logs are uploaded. Everything went good.
Absolutely. Glad that you and Mark had a good time. Unfortunately, you guys didn't spend a lot of mic time. When you get Edward close to the radio, it's like elbows out, and nobody else gets anywhere near it. But I think overall, everybody had a good experience, good exposure, and obviously, you've taken Mark out and done some activations previously. So everybody's thumbs up on everything. Anyways, you're a good solid S5 over here with the HT in the window, and certainly appreciate your check-in.
Not a problem there, Matt. Thanks for doing it. And it was good. Mark got some experience there to see how we do the group activation there. And I've taken him out a couple times there. Once to Pier 4 and the other one to Mount Albion. So he's finally got some contacts on the board, and he's happy about that.
QSL, not to mention, he's now credited with making contacts in Martinique and Spain, North Africa. So a lot of good QSOs that we have in the log that helps to expand the countries that have been hunted and activated. Anyways, how's the shack coming along there, Steve? Did you make some progress today?
I got the vacuum bag changed. That was the first thing that's got to be done, and you know what that's like. And I don't have a filter stock for it, so I had to improvise. And I found a couple of old stocks in the laundry room there that I put over the shop back there to substitute for the filter. So that's about it. And now what I'm doing is I'm hanging up some ornamental iron thing on the wall in the dining room for the wife. So I'm just about to drill it out. So that's where I'm at with that. But, we'll just keep plugging along. Now I can get, because I got some wood to cut. I've got some supports to cut for the shelf at the back of the desk. And I didn't want to cut anything before I had a vacuum to clean up the mess. So the vacuum's a go now, so now I can get, I might even just use 2x6. I'm back to work tomorrow. If I see the right piece of wood laying there tomorrow, I'll probably grab it and take it home and use it for the support. That'll make things go a little quicker. You don't have to use the 5/8" thin stuff and double it up. But it's coming along, just plugging along. We'll be ready soon. Fingers crossed.
All right, very good. certainly interested to hear how everything goes when the base station is back up and running. You've always had an exemplary performance out of that station. So excellent. Thanks again, Steve. Appreciate your check-in. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey on behalf of the Unexpectedly Simplex Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, standing by for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, if you're a little afraid that Simplex isn't your gig, this is a good chance to check out your station's performance. Everybody has a chance to reach us, and then you'll be surprised at who hears you. A VA3IMW, stand by.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo Delta Tango. VA3NCA.
All right, we got both of you. VE3 Kilo Delta Tango, followed by VA3NCA. Good evening, Noel. You're doing a fine job. Fine job indeed.
Yeah, I made sure to crank this up to full. We'll see how far it goes. Hopefully it's not blowing anyone out. Didn't really have anything too much as far as draft or anything. It was an absolute nothing day for me today. All my plans of getting up and doing chores and everything just kind of went right out the window, and kind of had a lazy day. So yeah, thought I'd say hi, and that was about all I had.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it was a good reason for a lazy day. I'll tell you, last night, coming home after being out in the cool weather, sitting by the fireplace was a nice thing, and I cuddled up nice and snugly all night long. And when I woke up this morning, I was a little bit hard pressed to get up and get moving. So I stuck around and had an extra cup of coffee and watched a little TV before I actually got my feet on the floor. So yeah, lazy day it was. Another one we shall have.
Yeah, kind of similar to that actually. Left the heater and everything off last night, and was going through the choice between freeze my butt off, get out of bed, or stay where it's nice and warm. So yeah, that was the conundrum for today. But other than that, I guess I'll pass it back to you. And who was that? Wade was finding. These two Katie.
Yeah, and it's Wade. It is Wade behind us, and he's waiting in the wings. Thanks so much. Just gotta say that in Simplex, your mic probably could use a little bit more boost, either some additional gain or a little closer on it. But we're hearing you clear as day. Simplex is working fine for you, full scale up here on the mountain. Let's move over and bring Wade in, VA3NCA.
VA3IMW, VA3NCA. Good evening, Matt. Good evening, everybody on net tonight. Another Sunday, just relaxing, I guess, before I got to return tomorrow. So got a few things done, but nothing earth-shattering. I see that Oklahoma club call that my acquaintance there in the U.S. Testing team ran. He was out at a park. They uploaded their logs. So K5MAR, Kilo 5 Mike Alpha Romeo is the club call that they run, and they were out at a park as well. And I remember we picked them up. So that's nice to see. He was operating on, actually it wasn't Craig at the time operating, it was another one of their club members, but nonetheless got the club call. So that was nice to see. Other than that, don't have much else. So we'll exercise the input frequency here and see how it goes. Hopefully there's nothing too much to find out about that other station that might be just saturating the input. Back to you there, Mac.
Alrighty, yep. So Zetui is really sensitive, and if she feels a little tickle on 448075, she'll keep that open for as long as it is still tickling. Anyways, good S7, an unexpected simplex event. This is good. It's actually, you know, it's almost like a fire drill, right? Repeater's down. What do? Go to simplex, and everybody's doing a fine job here so far. Keep up the good work, and don't forget 446.125 upper sideband at 8 o'clock. And then once we finish with our check-ins there, we'll move over to 146.400. I think that's the frequency we used last week. And we'll look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, roger that. Will do. We'll start on 70 and then afterwards head down to 2 years. I will listen along for the rest of this one and on YouTube and on the air, and then I'll key up for the 70 centimeter sideband. Thanks for doing it, Mac. See you again. See you back to you.
All right. So we got 7 listeners on YouTube right now. I think most of our RF check-ins have already come in, but we'll still keep it open here for a little while. The repeater is down. You need to turn your duplex off on your radio, so you're not going to be transmitting on the repeater input. You'll be transmitting on 443.075, no offset, and you'll be able to talk to us here. VA3IMW is your net controller tonight, and looking for further check-ins if there's anybody about. Anybody anywhere, if you can transmit on 443.075, I can hear you.
VA3RWJ. Whereabouts are you streaming on YouTube?
VE3RWJ, VA3IMW. Good afternoon, Chris. We are streaming on YouTube. If you look up my call sign, VA3IMW space LORC, and then that's followed by the date. Or you just type in my call sign, scroll down until you find that big red label that says live, and that's where we're at.
Okay. It's always fun checking out what I sound like on the other end. I'm not a narcissist at all. Anyway, thanks for doing the net on Simplex. It's always fun seeing who you can hear or not hear. I'm not hearing whatever the signal is on the input. So I'm guessing I think you said it was close to Chuck. So maybe it's just an HT. Anyway, nothing else to add. Glad the POTA event was successful. I did get you guys on a couple of bands. I had a lot of noise, but I did manage a couple.
Yes, you certainly did. Certainly appreciate you following along and working with us to activate that park. I think we had 58 QSOs or something like that. And sure enough, we had some park to parks, and you can imagine how that goes, right? 12 operators, 12 call signs. In one case, we had a guy that was at a 3-fer, so it was 3 parks times 12 operators plus, well, you do the math. So a lot of interesting interactive and certainly looking forward to another event similar to this as we approach summer. I think the summer solstice is on a weekend as well. So we'll find a spot that everybody can get to and do it all over again. Thanks for your check-in tonight, Chris. Certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Just going to listen. And speaking of June, the June VHF contest is, I believe, June 14th, 15th. But I'll be, of course, I'll be bugging everyone about that before too long, probably starting in April.
Very good. Yeah. And all the VHF, UHF geeks come out of the woodwork. Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much, Chris. And we'll be looking forward to checking in with you on Monday for the Sounds Good Net. You want to throw in a plug?
Sure. The Sounds Good Net is for anyone interested in music and sound. And you can find that on the V3 RSB 2-meter repeater. That's Burlington 147.21, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we have fun talking about music and all that for at least an hour. Sometimes it goes hour and a half. All right, 73.
All right, and I trust you don't have any trouble finding the live stream. And like I said, just look up VA3IMW space LORC. Scroll down until you find that live red button that you can click on, and here we are. VA3CJZ should be streaming, or not streaming. He should be your net controller for tomorrow night's Oopsie Net, but we'll see how that goes. If we can manage to get this repeater back online, and hopefully that errant radio has self-destructed by then. Stand by for any further check-ins. VA3IMW is with you.
Victor Echo 3, Victor November Alpha. Victor Echo 3, Victor November Alpha.
Victor Echo 3, Victor November Alpha. Good job there. A little scratchy, but audio's quite understandable, intelligible, and all the rest of that. Come on in and say hello.
I'm going to make it quick because I can just barely pull you out of the noise. Just checking in and glad I got across the lake. Going simplex. Kind of cool. 7-3, everyone.
Very good, sir. Yeah, you're just bubbling around just above the noise floor. That's an S3 or slightly better, and doing a fine job. If you want to hear what you sound like over here in Hamilton, look up my call sign on YouTube, VA3IMW, and scroll down until you find that live red button, and that's where we are. Scroll back to timestamp of 4210, something like that, and you'll hear your check-in. Thanks again. Where did you hear of us from? Okay, nothing heard. We can still take a quick standby for any further check-ins. RF or otherwise, VA3IMW here with you on the simplex frequency of 443.075. And also live on YouTube. Just look up my call sign, VA3IMW. Either way, come on in and say hi. All right. Well, I guess we can call this one closed. I want to appreciate everybody who's checked in with us tonight. You've done a wonderful job in being dynamically active and adjusting to changing situations. That's what we have to be prepared to do as ham operators. Repeaters down, what do? Go to simplex. And also you have the opportunity to use relays. So this is a good exercise, not planned, but otherwise. But we'll look forward to hearing you guys tomorrow night on the ZOE repeater. Hopefully by that time everything's back up and running. Don't forget, we're still going to be running the Sunday night sideband net. We're going to start on 446.125 upper sideband on UHF. Once we have our check-ins completed there, we'll move over to 2 meters, 146.400, and see how the signal reports compare between the two bands. It was kind of fun last week, and I think we'll make this an ongoing part of the sideband net on Sunday night. Bid you all 73s. Oh, I should throw in another plug. Our Hamilton Amateur Radio Club neighbors, they're also running a net on Monday night. Marty is typically the net controller on the NCF repeaters, either 2 meters or 70 centimeters. And then Rick takes over at 8 o'clock, 7100 or thereabouts, for the 40-meter HF net. With that, 7-3s one and all, and thanks for saying hi to us tonight. And with that, we'll probably close the live stream as well. VA3IMW. I'll be QSY to 446.125 upper sideband.